Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the Play Log. I've been away for a little bit trying to take care of some schoolwork, but now that that's behind me, let's continue on with the show. And we're in the second to last world, basically the final world, because the very final world is just a final boss fight with King Rool. And before I forget, let's grab this. They don't tell you that there's a bonus barrel there at all. You just kind of have to know about that, and during my test playthrough I kept on forgetting about it, so this time I'm a lot more prepared for it. And yeah, we're in tanked up trouble right now, and the main gimmick of this place is we gotta grab these field barrels. And you see those lights on the platform? They are an indicator of how much fuel is left in the machine before it goes kaput and I fall to my untimely demise. So we gotta keep grabbing these things if we want to continue on our journey. And right now it's starting off things simple, as these types of games usually do. They don't want to throw too many things at you at once. Gonna jump on these Kremlings. And I have an absolute monopoly on lives right now. Over 99 lives. And if you grab that barrel that I just grabbed, it allows this thing to basically defy the laws of gravity. And the reason I didn't grab that token up there is because I'm already pretty full on lives, and if I had grabbed it, it would have sent me straight to the bonus room, so there's no need to bog down the gameplay with the video with that. So we're just gonna march right along. Now they're starting to throw zingers in our way, so we can't even afford to like try to jump on them. We have to get in between them so we can grab our goodies. Okay, bring that tire down. Grab our prize. I should switch out of DK soon because Diddy will have an easier time getting through this course. Alright. We'll just wait for that. And now they're starting to throw even more zingers. And now these barrels are starting to give us very minuscule returns, except for this one. And now we're getting close to the final stretch of this course, and there's a shortcut up there that you can take, but for the sake of the gameplay I'll show what happens when you go through it the normal way, and you get the Kong letters out of that, and on to the next level. And this is our last cave level in the game. And for some reason, the caves are green. I'm going to guess it's because there's some toxic fumes in there. And we've got giant gravity-defying wheels. And this is the last place where we can find Rambi, so hold on to him while you can. Jump over that. There should be a bustable wall somewhere. I just can't remember where it is. In either case, the main gimmick of this place is just the tires all over the place. And not even Rambi can land on them. If he touches them, he's running away. So gotta keep holding on to him. And they're getting a little more elaborate with the stuff. But we found our first bonus room with claptraps. Let's see if I can actually do this. Shouldn't be too hard. There we go. Let's switch back to Donkey Kong, because this is his game. We gotta let him have the glory. There we go. We're going to keep on chugging along. You don't really need to keep Rambi with you. It just makes this level a whole lot easier. Here we go. And there he goes. But we can still make it without him. No problemo. Alright, I'm just gonna switch to Diddy, make sure there aren't any secrets. There don't seem to be. Now we got 2 tires. They're trying to throw us off even more. Oh, jeez. Okay, there goes Diddy. We're gonna go in here and we got this quick little segment where the tires are doing their absolute best to try to take us out. And that's where we get our G. We're gonna skip that winky emblem because we don't need it. Gotta let the camera pan down so I don't land on an enemy by accident. We'll go get our, what I believe is our final bonus room. Just once again, keep an eye on where it lands. It landed on the right. So yeah, while there's a lot of bonus rooms in the game and the backgrounds are varied, the types of minigames that you find are generally going to be the same. And let's go back to Donkey Kong. And now we're going to Lights Out. Misty Mine. Lights Out was a different area. Misty Mine gets misty. Again, I think it's from all the smog. And this is one of the few levels where the music kind of creeps me out a little bit too. Not sure if I mentioned that in an earlier episode. But it's very ambient. The thing that sucks about playing these games on the Super Nintendo is that when certain sound effects start playing, it kind of cancels out some of the instrumentation in the song, so you kind of lose some of what's supposed to be heard. Alright. And now if we stay low, there's a hidden room. And this is where we get our Kong letters. And it just alternates between up and down. Not that we really need to grab them because again, we are stocked on lives. Alright, let's get on out of here. We're going to skip that. And where's the next bonus room? I do not remember. Oh, I might have found it. I might have screwed myself. Alright, we're going to go forward a bit and see if there's a different barrel. If not, then I will have to do a quick little thing and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's try to get this barrel to where I want to go. And there was a hidden bonus level in there. That's good. And once again, match these up. We're not really going to do it. You've already seen it. And DK's disappointed. He really shouldn't be, though. He's got all the lives he'll ever need. Don't really need espresso. So we're just going to keep on going. He just makes it easier to get through the claptraps, I guess. But at the same time, you lose your ability to fight. Because he's not heavy enough to even land on an enemy. Whoops. Okay. There goes Donkey Kong, and we'll let Diddy win the day. He's actually winning more of the levels than I thought he'd be. Okay, this is the last level of the last mine level. And now we've got lights. These switches over here. You hit them, the lights turn on. After a while, they'll turn off like that. And for the most part, you can get through it just fine. Because there's just enough light to make out where the ground is. Still, you want to keep the light on as much as you can so you can make the journey that much easier. And actually, I might want to take that back. I think in this level, the ground gets pretty dark. Ah, yeah, that's pretty dark. You're not gonna see much with that. In a previous level, though, they had this gimmick where, you know, Squawks was flying with you with the flashlight. I think you were able to see a decent amount with him. I mean, without him. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay. Got bit, but at least I haven't fallen. So we can keep moving forward. Okay. Let's see if there's... Got that. Don't really need that banana. We're just gonna keep moving forward. Music's starting to get a little ominous again. Okay, this barrel has to go somewhere. I found out where it went. Yeah, this should be just a dash to the end. You're not really going to make it, though. You kind of have to hope for the best. There we go. And we're out of there. I kind of got lucky with that, if I'm being honest. And there's not too much more to say in these later levels. Just that we're getting that much closer to the end of the game, and they really start ramping up the difficulty a little bit. Okay, let's grab that or not. Not gonna bother with that. Ooh. Okay, and now we've got Manky Kong throwing barrels at us, and he's trying to make our life a living hell. And then a final claptrap. Jump on him, and we're out of here. And now we're heading to the final level of the game, Platform Perils. And you can see this Crusher is gray instead of the usual blue. We can't jump on him. He is completely invincible. So first, we're going to grab this little hidden room over there. Again, the game does not tell you anything about there being a platform under there. You just kind of have to... You kind of have to know it. Alright, we beat the bonus room again, and we're moving on. Let's rescue our little buddy. Get that army out of the way. And we'll continue our merry way. See ya, Clump. Alright. And yeah, this is indeed the final level of the game, and it is definitely one of the hardest because they have all of these tiny little platforms that you're supposed to, you know, go on, and right now it's not so bad because they're not occupied by enemies, but later down the line you have the Gray Crusher standing on them, and you have to jump on it in a way so that you can land on it and hit the Crusher with a barrel that they'll provide you later on in the course. And that's not so easy with Donkey Kong, so I'm going to do most of this level with Diddy so I can get through this relatively pain-free. Alright. Get those guys out of our way. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Let's get down here. And again, there's another bonus level that's going to be later on where you have to make a leap of faith, essentially. Doesn't tell you anything about it, you just kind of have to know about it. This game really loves doing that. Okay. Yep, Diddy makes this a lot easier. Okay. Here we go. There's our platform, and this should be our final bonus room of the game. And I'm going to fail this one because we can't afford to grab, well, we can afford to, but I don't want to waste time with that, so we're just going to keep on moving forward. And then we'll switch back to DK and call this stage complete. And now we're moving on to Neki Senior. It says Neki's Revenge, but this is a semi-new character, and I screwed that up terribly. So each time you hit him, he spits out more of those coconuts. Coconuts or just regular nuts? I'm not entirely sure about that. And here's the final hit, and we're good. Let's get our buddy DK back before we go on to fight King Rool. Actually, no, you know what? We'll just go in here and we'll pick him up right here. And here's Rool. His main method of attack is trying to run into you and throwing his crown. And I believe that, even though I can't quite remember which game I played first, you know, being between this and Super Mario World, I'm pretty sure I got to fight against King Rool first. So this guy holds a lot of memory for me. And yeah, now he's jumping across the ship, and he's causing cannonballs to rain down on us. But with Diddy's speed, he can get through those pretty safely if you time your cartwheels well. And he's gonna keep on dropping those cannonballs on us, and each time he does that, there are a little bit more dropping down on us. So this time it made 3 rounds trying to hit us. And now we jump on him and he is defeated. Except not really. This game kind of teases you a little bit. He does a fake out. And then they even have like fake credits in there. And you can see that all of the cast, the people who worked on the game, they've been replaced by the Kremlings. Well, that should give you an idea that he's not out of it yet. Now he's going to start doing some long jumps. We just got to hit him down 2 more times. But yeah, this is basically the end of the battle now. And we're gonna let DK take the final hit. This is his game after all. And he's down. We got our final banana in the game. So now we go back to Crinky, see what he has to say. Well done, Donkey my boy. Who would have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. Go look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. I say this as I smack you on the head. What a player you are, Donkey my lad. You've beaten all the Kremlings and found absolutely everything. You're nearly as good as I used to be. Really, that's the only change you get for beating this game 100% though. Cranky actually compliments you for beating the game 100%. And now we go through the cast of characters. And yeah, it runs through the whole gamut. Even though they're all bad guys, I guess they placed these guys in their own separate category because they are just like regular land enemies, I guess. Because they separate them into the regular bad guys, water enemies. The Kremlings themselves get their own separate section. And then there's the bosses, animal buddies. I suppose, yeah, it's the whole cast. It's not just the enemies. And they even show off the cogs at the end. And they got these little skits going on through the credits as well. So yeah, they put a little charm at the end of these. My namesake. Can you imagine how annoying it'd be if all the enemies actually made some of the sounds that they're making in the credits right now? The clump didn't make that noise, and Kroc did not make this noise all the time. Very naughty. So naughty. There's the Queen Bee. Really naughty. Basically very naughty. Got a tan. Master Nicky Sr. got purple for some reason, and King K. Rool himself. Now, we've got Rambi, the original animal buddy. Espresso. Glitch-inducing fish. Winky. And Squawks. He is so underwhelming in this game. Thank God in the sequel they actually make him a full-fledged animal buddy. Like, you can actually control him and do things with him besides flash a shine light. That falls to a different animal buddy in the sequel, but we'll get to that later on. There's Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong, and they've got a fun little skit to show for us at the end. And that was a cute little skit. And Cranky's bragging about doing this in one life and doing it under an hour. And I've looked online that you don't get anything for it, so I have no reason to do it. I'm not much of a speedrunner sort of person anyways, so that will be, if I ever do something like that, it will be much later down the line. Anyways, that was Donkey Kong Country, and now we have the actual credits going on, and what do I think of this game today? Well, graphically, even though it's using like, you know, the pre-rendered 3D models and using them in a sprite form, the art style itself holds up pretty dang well because, well, actually, I don't really have a reason. I don't really know why it holds up well, but it kind of crafts its charming identity for itself. Not really sure how to put it into words. It feels right, I guess. I wouldn't imagine Donkey Kong Country looking any other way, and the screen darkened a little bit because I hadn't touched the controller in like 3 minutes, I think. Original Donkey Kong creator Shigeru Miyamoto, the man himself. Produced by Rare. Presented by Nintendo. My brother and I would always read that part of the credits, and that's how we knew that it was about to end. And now we're booted back to the title screen. So yeah, the game is done. And to show that we've completed it, we have a nice little star right next to it. So yeah, that was Donkey Kong Country. The next game I'll look at, it's probably going to be Super Mario World. Not entirely sure about that, but I figured we might as well start off with the other game that you know, kick-started my video game passion. So, thank you for joining me on this episode, on this series of the Playlog, and I will see you on the next playthrough. Have a good one.